Hello everyone, this is IS183Unit4 Recording. The reading this week is Chapter 6, Additional Database Objects, Chapter 7, User Creation and Management. The initial post is due Wednesday at 11:59 p.m. You're to define and describe the importance of SQL queries, provide examples of two queries in your discussion board post. So you need to look up what a query is, and then actually provide an example of a query. Explain the expected results from the queries from your example queries.
Sorry, I'm not sure about that.
Sorry about that. Was Alexa, my Alexa Echo. Two replies are due Sunday at 11:59 p.m. It says to provide two other examples of SQL queries, meaning other than what the person provided, and not the ones you provided either, two different ones, and explain how each of your examples would function and when each would be used. Please validate your opinions with citation and references in APA format. Do not forget at least one open-ended question. The Unit 4 assignment, Part 1. The assignment's due on Sunday. Part 1, you're going to log into your Apex workspace. And here's the address. I'm sorry, I put this links to external site. That's from Canvas. Select SQL Workshop. So you're going to go to SQL Workshop and then Utilities. I know it tells you to go to the table and then to Utilities, but you can just as easily go to Utilities. Then you're going to select Data Workshop, and then you're going to select Unload data, which is different from what we've done before, and then select XML. Now, if you have a Mac, select text format. Then you're going to click Next. Then you're going to, it'll already populate with your name. You're going to select from the list of tables, you're going to select your table, student data table. And then you're going to select columns SID, course name, and then grade. And I think that our data set has a C in front of those course names, and that's fine as long as you have the course name and the grade. Then you're going to click Unload Data, and this will give you an XML file or a text file depending on which you chose. So this is an example of the XML file opened in Notepad. Now, if you save it as a text file and open it in Notepad, it looks like this. So it's a little different between the two. Either way, you're going to save this file with your name, and this is going to be Part 1, and you're going to turn it in with Part 2. Then for Part 2, you're going to go open Microsoft PowerPoint and create a 5-page mini presentation to explain B-tree indexes. Slide 1 is you're going to select a template. So when you open PowerPoint, typically it comes open to either a blank presentation or a template. Select one of the templates. If you didn't get the option to select a template, then go to the design and just pick one of these templates that are offered here. And then when you get in, the first page is the title page. That's where you're going to introduce your title, which is B-tree indexes, and your name. You can either way you want to do it. Normally you would put the title B-tree indexes and then add your name as the subtitle. It does say to introduce yourself. Just putting your name is fine. Slide 2, provide an overview of what your presentation is about. You may use a small paragraph or bullet points. It recommends a screenshot or a sample create index syntax. Now, these are recommended a couple of times. I want to see at least one screenshot of a B tree index and one sample create index with the correct syntax. So even though it's recommended for slide 2 and 3 to 4, at least one slide has to have the screenshot, one slide should have the index, and then describe in detail how to create a B tree index and describe the advantages of B tree index, especially for retrieval performance and exporting data. Now this presentation should be in your own words. You should not be copying anything as a direct quote. You should be using your own words for this presentation. So I shouldn't have to, be checking that for anything that's copied. So slide 5, provide a conclusion about tree and B tree indexes and why they are so popular. Be sure to check your spelling and grammar. To check your spelling and grammar, you go to File, Options, Proofing, and then just make sure you check grammar with spelling. Submit the file from Part 1 and the PowerPoint file from Part 2. Now, to study for the midterm is due on Sunday and may only be taken once. Know what a record is, page 3. Know the types of relationships, page 5. Know what a primary key is, page 7 through 8. Know the SQL command types on page 12 through 13, table 1 through 7, 1-7. Know what a common field is, page 17. Know what a rename statement does, page 59. Know the rules for table names, page 59. Know the Oracle 12c data types, page 60, table 3.2. Know which constraint cannot be created at the table level, page 106. Know how to enable a disabled constraint or disable one, page 128. Know how to rename a constraint, page 129. Know how to reverse changes to a database, page 142. Know the detailed date format for Oracle 12c, page 145. Know what is used to generate surrogate keys, page 183. Know what the equality operator does, page 260. Client-server databases generate less network traffic because the database is stored on the server, not the client. The value for a column or group of columns must satisfy a certain condition. You can use a format model to add a $sign to a currency value when retrieving it from the database. A candidate key is any column that can be used as the primary key. Value constraints define specific data values or data ranges that must be inserted into columns and whether values must be unique or not null. The describe command shows the field which indicates the column name, type, which tells the data type for the column, null, which indicates whether the column can contain null values, or is not null, key, which indicates whether the column is indexed, and default, which specifies the column default value. A schema is a collection of objects in a specific Oracle account. A store schema would contain customer details, products, and salary, but not subqueries. A data file is a physical file on disk that was created by Oracle Database and contains data structures such as tables and indexes. This is my references, so that's all I have for this week. If you have any questions, let me know.